Hello and welcome to Your California Life. I'm your host, Desiree Shepard. Let's start things off with a nod to all things made right here in California. California is not just the land of sun, surf, and wine country. It's also home to some of the most innovative products and cutting-edge technology in the world. The California Manufacturers and Technology Association supports and celebrates the companies that power our economy and provide jobs in our state. And if you think that's cool, they're here to talk about the coolest thing made in California contest. Let's welcome their VP of Communications. We have Ananda Rachita, plus Angel Sanchez of Phoenix Technology and Randy Sandhu of Northrop Grumman. Hello, thanks for joining us today, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Ananda, this is fun. We're talking about some pretty cool things. So tell us about the coolest thing made in California and what's happening right now with the competition.
So we started this a couple months ago during the summer. So this is the second year doing the coolest thing made in California competition. Initially, when we started this competition, we wanted to see simply how many cool products there are in California. And so this year, we had close to 150 products that were nominated by the public. And now we've narrowed it down from the top 16, top 8, and now to the top 4.
You've got like the bracket right over here.
I got the bracket right
I love it.
For reference, right? Perfect. So that we have Phoenix Technologies, their fire helmet, Pivotal, a personal aircraft, edible cups through Amai, and Northrop Grumman's world's fastest microchip. So it's really cool to see all the companies that have emerged and the public that nominate. So some people are kind of curious, like, okay, how did that company get to the top? I'm like, very, very small company, but it's a community that supports them, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, and I mean, you've brought in some of the people who are part of some of the cool things that are made here. So Angel, Phoenix has been a firefighter-owned and led company since 1972 and has a deep connection to the firefighting community. How does this legacy shape the design and innovation of the firefighter helmets that we see all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reality is, who better to understand the customer than someone who was a customer themselves? And so our founders back in the late 60s were looking at the products on the market, and they just weren't happy. So they worked using their experience as well as their coworkers' experience to design something they felt would meet the future needs. I myself had over 25 years of firefighting experience. And so the way our company is built today, we understand our customers because we were part of that family. And so it really helps us to create products we would wear and ensure that it provides everything we need for them.
You have a full understanding of what needs to be done for it. So tell us why your commitment to inclusivity is so important to Phoenix, and what changes would you like to see within the business community around inclusion?
Yeah, well, I'm very proud to say that 30% of our workforce, probably closer to 40% now, is neurodiverse. And this is a classification of individuals who run about 80% unemployment for no reason whatsoever. I mean, they're very talented. Always come to work. There's no drama. I mean, there's an incredible workforce, and it addressed a lot of the workforce needs that we need to bring jobs back to the United States. And so I would encourage other employers to kind of broaden what they're doing and look at our model, a very successful model, utilizing individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Yeah, and you brought in the helmets today. So tell us, what makes your helmets unique, and why do you believe they're the best choice for firefighters across the country, Angel?
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that. I mean, the reality is that all the companies out there making helmets are making good products. They're going to keep firefighters safe, but we're renowned for having lightweight, comfortable, very, very durable helmets, very ergonomic. And frankly, they're just good looking. Yeah. And so, you know, a firefighter wants to look good as well. And so I believe ultimately the safest helmet is one that's worn. And our firefighters in California, I mean, they face some tremendous challenges. And they're in these helmets for hours, if not days at a time. And so we're designing them to be incredibly comfortable, almost like wearing a ball cap, so that you can keep them on your head. And frankly, we're looking to protect firefighters on an incident as well as in retirement. And so those long-term injuries, we're trying to prevent those.
All right, all helpful. And then, Randy, tell us about the technology you were nominated for.
Yeah, thank you, Desiree. And I'm excited to be here and also representing Northrop Grumman and our Microelectronics Center. And I wanted to start off with the chip there. You have a slide where we have actually 8 of these terahertz chips. They're so super tiny.
Yes.
And to give the audience a better scale or perspective, we also have an image here of a fingertip with a chip placed on a grain of sand, and you may have seen that. So it's a very small technology. What this technology does is it allows us to operate at very high speeds. And you can think of it in the context of our cell phones. Our cell phones operate at roughly a gigahertz. This technology operates 1,000 times faster compared to the microchips that are in your cell phone.
Oh my gosh.
And not only is it the super fast technology, but it's also, back in 2014, the winner of the Guinness World Record for the fastest microchip circuit operating at a terahertz or a trillion cycles. So we're really proud of this technology. It's an impressive capability.
What is the microchip used for?
Great question, and there's a lot of uses today. We've really been looking at this technology from, it's a tiny yet mighty microchip technology if you think about it in terms of the size, but the capabilities are outstanding. And today we look at this capability from a context of, as an example, think of it as an engine in a high-performance vehicle, like a race car. And imagine running that vehicle with this type of engine that would be unsurmountable speeds to what we're used to today.
Wow.
And with that, we've taken this technology, built a suite of advanced sensors, put them up in space, and we use those capabilities to monitor weather patterns and also track changes in climate. We're also using it for high-speed, secure communications.
Yeah.
And lastly, I just wanted to highlight, I think this is really a foot stomp on the people in California, our Northrop Grumman Microelectronics Center right here that makes this technology. And hey, I'd like to just say, look, we're all in this together, and it's great that this technology is the fastest technology in the world built in California.
Yeah, I mean, from the technology you're making, from the helmets you're making. Ananda, when can we find out the winners? We've got the brackets going. When do we find out?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's going to be tied to our conference, our Making California conference, tomorrow afternoon at the Kimpton Sawyer Hotel. Tickets are still available, but we'll be announcing the winner at about noonish.
Okay,
So,
you heard it from her. Thank you all so much. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for a little bit more information. You can find out more by heading to coolestthingcalifornia.com.